Yeah, you have the high frequency data we did earlier this morning showing the impact of Delta, but not necessarily showing up here, Joe. These are good jobless claims numbers. We're inching our way down, back down into the. I'll be very happy when we get below 300,000. That's the sort of mark in my mind. And plus, a lot of the continuing claims are still 11 plus million Americans getting some form of jobless claims right now. That number is going to roll off next month with the expiration of the benefits. The question, Joe, becomes the Delta variant, and also not just in the United States, Joe, but the impact on the supply chain. We're here to talk about things going on in Asia that are not helpful to us here in the United States. So that's something we need to watch in terms of the broader and longer term effect here.
Neil, one of the sticking points we've seen for a while is we used to hear about 9 million jobs that still haven't come back, 8 million, 7 million. It's coming down. What is your current number, and how do we keep chipping away at that? And is it possible to get back to start, to where we actually have more than pre-pandemic?
It's roughly 6.5 million jobs, Joe. And the thing that's really critical to understand, it's leisure and hospitality that has been leading in terms of the job gains all this year. It was the sector most hit, obviously, by the pandemic. Before the pandemic had 13% of employment, but took 42% of the losses. And so when we're looking at gains, we're looking at that service sector. Luckily, when you look at job openings as well, you're seeing that a lot of those job openings are coming from the service sector. So where you're seeing gains, we'd like to see them in manufacturing and across the board, but it's services that is leading.
Well, is that problematic? Because those could that's a part of the economy that could be affected by what's happening in some of the southern states with the Delta variant. I mean, that's been an engine. Will we start seeing that slow?
Right now, the data looks promising. So if you look at those retail sales numbers that came out this week, what we saw was a lot of spending in restaurants. And so those restaurants, I call it the happy hour recovery, restaurants and bars have been leading this charge. Now, will that enthusiasm to get back be sustained with the Delta variant? And will it include travel and other leisure activities? That's still an open question. So, yes, there is a risk there.
That's the one. I saw it somewhere. I'm looking for it now, but I don't see it. But airlines are quick to say, look, they did definitely see an impact in recent weeks. Have you heard that,
right,
Steve? Yeah, or Neil, go ahead.
Yeah.
Right. You did see some dampening in the travel. And so, restaurants are really the shallow end of the pool. The deep end is travel, and the deeper end is international travel. We haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, Steve, what do you think? Based on where we are right now, it's probably not great for airlines. And if it gets worse, then we're just going, I don't know if we go back to where we were, but it's certainly not positive for hotels and Vegas or any of that stuff.
No, the high-frequency data does show a fall-off in the airlines, show a fall-off in hotels and lodging, and also, by the way, recently in restaurants. Neil is absolutely right. It was good in the retail sales report, but the more recent data has shown, certainly in places like Florida and Texas, reservations, seated tables have really declined.